Okay, yes. It's the day after the drama in the courtroom. And actually, I'm just sitting here at the Ventura County website again just to see if anything's been, I guess, reflected since then. And aside from the minutes, it does show that the minutes were, of course, finalized. And that the next court date, of course, is on March 4th, 2 weeks now. From now, I guess, 9 a.m. Courtroom 41. Okay, now I just came over to her son's court date to see if anything's been changed there, like if it's been rescheduled. But nope, it is still scheduled to take place on Friday. So, I don't know, maybe she'll make that appearance. But I gotta wait and see, of course. I just know that she did get that postponement she wanted by fainting. Yeah, I think it's just another ploy to further delay what's going to happen in that courtroom, because she does have, you know, this other court thing happening with her son, and because my date was transpiring before her son's date, I think really truly she's still trying to make sure that whatever happens with my court date, it doesn't reflect on her son's court date. I don't know. I just know that she didn't have to appeal. You know, at this point in time, I do want to feel sorry for her if she did have a true medical emergency in that courtroom. But I think it was fake. I do feel that it was just planned out. Like, okay, I'm going to ask for a postponement, and if I don't get it, I'm going to make sure I get it. Only because her grandson, defendant number 2, did not panic when she slid down. Didn't do anything. Yeah, you know, just kind of looked at her. Yeah, I don't. And not to mention when she was wheeled out of that courtroom via the EMTs, she was talking just fine. She was laughing, smiling. You know, miraculous recovery, right? Yeah, whatever happened in that courtroom, I got her the postponement. That much I know for sure. And I'm required to go back to the Ventura County Superior Courthouse on October the 4th, 2019, 9 a.m. So I'm going to have to hold off on dancing and celebrating my last court appearance until after that is done. I mean, I really need to get in some dancing, but I want to make sure I'm going out there to, you know, have a good time and just celebrate the end of the court battle. So, yeah. It looks like it's going to be closer to St. Patrick's Day before I get to go dance. This Irish lass gets to dance. I just got off work. It's been now a couple of days since I went to court against my neighbor, and I thought it was going to be the last court date, and I was going to get to celebrate this weekend by dancing, you know, but as I learned, yeah, it wasn't the last court date. I got to go back on March 4th because after my neighbor, the defendant, asked for postponement, she got it by fainting. Now, of course, I cannot prove that that was how she ensured that she was going to get that postponement. But she did get that postponement after asking for it and fainting. So, anyway, she's doing court tomorrow against your son. So I'm here at the Ventura County Courthouse website just to see if, by any chance, she has tried to reschedule that court date, but it does not show it being rescheduled. It still shows it on for tomorrow, 2/22/2019. So naturally, I will be checking this website tomorrow to see if she made a miraculous recovery and was able to attend, and or if she doesn't show up. Either way, it's going to reflect what happened in that courtroom on the minutes here. So I don't know if I should take a wager. How many people think she's going to show up? It does seem that, you know, aside from the fact that every time we get in a courtroom, her go-to statement, opening statement is, "I need a postponement." And, whether it's because she needs her lawyer there, or she forgot a piece of paper, or she needs somebody else there, whatever. She always asks for a postponement immediately, out the gate, And this time, she's pretty much exhausted all her postponements. And she asked for that postponement and slid down and fainted. And I still think it was fake. I do. I think it's fake, but I can't prove it. Only because, like I said, at that time, the grandson did not even flinch when she went down. And she didn't really go down hard. She slid down slowly. And, the grandson. He didn't do anything other than look. And he did not panic. And that, to me, said he was anticipating that. So, I don't know. Like I said, I can't prove it. I just know that when I look at this website tomorrow, it will tell me whether or not she made a miraculous recovery and was able to attend the court hearing that entails her son, who owes her money. So, I guess we'll find out together whether or not she shows up. Hey, I was just doing a little yard work. And, sweeping up all those leaves from her tree. But I noticed her vehicle wasn't there. So I'm guessing odds are good that she is at that courthouse or is coming back from that courthouse. I don't know. I just know that the vehicle's not there and it's after 4 o'clock. So maybe she's at the courthouse. So, hey, I'm still waiting to see if my neighbor went to court today, and of course I'm waiting to see if she drove her vehicle, because clearly if she drove her vehicle to get to that courthouse, aside from it being about priorities, she wants some money, because the court date is with her son today. He owes her money. So, but that aside, obviously, if she fainted at my court hearing just 2 days ago, you're with me, right? She shouldn't be driving a car, right? Right? Because that's taking a risk, correct? So either she's crazier than I'm giving her credit for, or she definitely faked fainting in the courtroom. And I'm hoping if she did show up at that courthouse today, that the judge first asked her, how are you doing since that surgery you're recovering from? And by the way, what kind of surgery do you have? And then I'm hoping he mentions that he's aware of her little episode in the other courtroom that took place 2 days earlier. So, he may not be aware of anything. He may just say, oh, okay, here, your son still owes you money. Go ahead and ask him those 50 questions you're here to ask him. Because it's appearance and creditor or whatever beef. And she always has to write out 50 questions of her choosing. And he has to answer them. So, like I said, I don't know if he showed up. I don't know if she showed up. I'm still got to wait until the Ventura County Superior Courthouse website post what took place or didn't take place in that courthouse today. But like I said, it occurred to me, if she drove, I think that sheds some light on a few things. Yes, I'm hoping to see, even if my neighbor didn't go to the courthouse, I'm hoping to see if she's the one driving that vehicle. Because clearly, if she's driving that vehicle, that really makes you wonder whether or not she actually fainted in that courtroom. Because, if I fainted in someplace, I had a medical episode of any kind, I sure as heck ain't going to be driving. Because I don't want to, run the risk of fainting while driving. Like I said, maybe I'm giving my neighbor way too much credit. Maybe she is crazier than I. Maybe I'm underestimating just how crazy she is. Okay, so the vehicle has returned. Now, unfortunately, I didn't see who was driving it. But judging by the way it's parked, I'm guessing it was her. And, you know, I still got to wait a couple hours here or so, maybe a day, I don't know, to find out whether or not she went to that courthouse. But, you know, one thing is certain, if she's driving that vehicle after that fainting spell that took place a couple of days ago, I would really question whether or not that fainting spell was legitimate. Okay, it is now 7 p.m. I'm at the website. Still nothing is reflecting if anything happened in that courtroom. I hope it shows something by tomorrow, but tomorrow is the Saturday. So I may not know anything till Monday. Hey, it's that time of day. Yeah, time to check the Ventura County Courthouse website. It's the 23rd, February the 23rd, Saturday. And so, you know, type in the name, who I'm looking for. I see my cases, but I'm coming down actually to her son's case because that's the one I'm curious, as I do think she probably showed up there, and only because the vehicle is still parked there. She doesn't know how to park, but that's, you know, a whole different subject. Anyway, okay, so yeah, all right, so it shows participants, of course, and yes, it shows that she went in there yesterday, 2/22/2019, and she filed for an application, and now she's due back there on 3/29/2019. Okay, now at this point it doesn't say that anything was heard yesterday, it just said it was scheduled for yesterday, so maybe she did that, you know, ask for a continuance thing or something. I don't know. I just know that she was definitely there yesterday. It's the end of the day. Yeah, that's the minutes. I got them in the mail today showing that the neighbor passed out. You know, that the court date will resume on 3/4/2019 due to the sudden health emergency that transpired. I still think she faked it. I do. I really do think she faked it, just because, you know, she did manage to get to that courthouse yesterday in regards to her son. And, well, actually today I was doing a lot of yard work, mowing the front lawn, back lawn, side lawn, and then weed whacking, front, back, and side, and, you know, raking, front, back, and side. Yeah, I was out on the lawn quite a bit today. About 10 hours, actually. Yeah, I did a lot of yard work. Even brought out the furniture, you know, because it's the weather's good. You know, it's still cold, but it's not raining. It's not spring yet, but I'm eager to dust off the furniture and do a little spring cleaning. Yeah, I was basically trying to keep myself occupied today. I did see the grandson, and, you know, he gave me a dirty look, and I was tempted, but I bit my tongue. You know, I seriously wanted to just let him know that, you know, have he and his grandmother just be willing to tell the truth instead of dragging this out for the last year, you know, and getting all these postponements. But yeah, no, I bit my tongue. I didn't say anything. I just kept turning my back. And then actually I saw the grandmother, and she was in somebody's car. Somebody came and picked her up or whatever, and she was laughing, having a good old time. So clearly she has recovered from her little episode that took place in that courtroom. Yeah, miraculous recovery, I would say. But like I said, I still think she faked it, but I can't prove it. I just know what I saw. And, well, 3/4/2019. I go back to court on that date, and hopefully that will be the last court date. Hopefully.